Hey everybody, welcome again. This is Tabitha Jane trying this again. I did not realize plugging in my headphones would cut me off. So I will come back later and edit this. But I do want to get this message out. What I was sharing was, I'm not exactly sure where I got cut off. I've been taken on this path and this journey to learn about a variety of different topics that have normally wouldn't really be of interest to me. Nanotechnology, history, the presidential history, um, Elon Musk wanted to blow up Mars, that kind of stuff. I don't do because I don't watch the news. I think the news is extremely biased, and I mean that's my personal perspective. So I I just prefer to do my part in trying to make the world a better place in my own little sphere. But lately, I've been exposed to these different topics, and through my exposure to these topics, um, what I have come to see to me is, there's this the what do they call it? The New Age spiritual growth movement, where a lot of people are saying, you need to elevate to 5D, that you do it now or you don't do it at all. And honestly, when that I first started coming across that, I thought it was like total propaganda BS, like right up there with the news stations. I'm not going to lie. That was my perspective because I don't believe. I mean, you only get a one shot effort or attempt to, you know, connect spiritually. But what I've come to realize as my light's flickering. What I've come to realize is, as I've been researching and been exposed to these different um, informational, I don't know the word, things, that in a way they're right. Because as the artificial intelligence thing has come about, and putting nanotechnology into your body, you don't have to think as hard. You automatically, like, your body genetics are altered. They're talking about genetically altering DNA. um to me, from my perspective, I personally find that terrifying. No, I don't want to be sick. No, I don't want to have major illnesses. And in fact, my circumstances right now, I live with my parents. I take care of them because both of them are not doing well. And if I had all the money in the world, would I have them put that crap in their body? Well, the fact that I called it crap pretty much answers that itself. No. What I would really like them to do is to embrace their spirituality and really trust and believe. And here's the other thing that I've come to realize. I can go on a tangent all night. The other thing I've really come to realize is that our human beingness, our humanity right now, it really seems up for grabs. And the reason I say this is, if you take yourself out of, your small place in this world, because if you think about the size of the world and the scope of it, we are all very small. And if you can like, I guess, telescope up and get that bird's eye view, that over the umbrella view of our world, our existence, our society, then you can see we've become so institutionalized. And actually, I got a little journal here. I don't have it with me. I should have grabbed that. It would say, I think I called it the consumerized institution or something. I created my own little word for it, but it basically encompasses the government. It encompasses any corporations. It encompasses the academic institutions, which I'm not against, but hear me out. It encompasses religious organizations, which again, I'm not against religion, but hear me out. It encompasses all of those institutions that financially gain by keeping humans completely ignorant and dependent. So they gain and we lose. And I think that's where the you got to do it now or not at all kind of philosophy comes into play. I don't think it's a now or never, but I do think it is a choice. You're either going to totally embrace becoming a hybrid human being, part machine and part human, because it's easy. It's so much easier. They plug in, but what are you losing? There's always a price to pay. What are you paying? Because you don't have to think, because you don't have to actually work on yourself, because you don't have to embrace your humanity anymore. You're willing just to, here, take my humanity. I'll do what you say, when you say, how you say, because it's so much easier than me actually thinking for myself. Because that's what it is. Or, I guess you could stay in the middle and just kind of put the blinders on and pretend you don't see, you don't know, you don't hear. And maybe you'll be all right. I mean, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't have that kind of vision to that part of the future. The other side of it is, though, to really work on yourself and embrace your humanity. You don't need the machines. You don't need their technology. It's built into you. But it's work. It's work. It's faith in you. It's trust in you. It's really connecting to you, grounding yourself, realizing you are more. You are more. Anyways, I don't know if this is making sense. I mean, I said a lot more in my other video, which I didn't realize when I plugged in the earphones, it was going to cut off all the volume. But whatever I said must have been the right thing, or whatever I'm saying in this must be the right thing, because I'm just trusting and believing. So I really don't, I'm not an expert, okay? Far from it. And I would never even claim to be an expert. I'm just saying that I just see where the division is, and that if your free will means something to you, if your humanity means something to you, if having the ability to choose the outcome of your life, whether it's good or bad, but it's your choice, if that means something to you, then you might want to pull out and take that bird's eye view and look at everything. I mean, I cannot believe all those things that I don't know where all this came from all of a sudden, but it just all of a sudden came into my awareness, where it goes back to JFK and Nixon, and deals with aliens for technology. That's, or even before that. That's why in the 50s there were so many abductions. I mean, it's documented. And here's the craziest thing of all: the documentation is not allowed to be released until 2023. What the hell is that? I'm sorry, but no, I'm not. What is that? So they can't give us full disclosure. They can't tell us what they already know for until 2023, because why? And then the time capsule with the alien documentation that's currently in the White House. Why can we not know about that? That makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know. To me, that makes no sense. It's either you are lying and hiding things, and if that's the case, why? Or you just share the information and let people draw their own conclusions. And so I don't trust the government. I don't trust the news stations, because they don't tell the truth anymore. It's not unbiased. It's just not. So where do you get the truth? You get the truth by connecting with yourself and trusting yourself and listening to yourself. How do you avoid the illnesses and the diseases that they're using as scare tactics to get people to get, oh, me first for AI? You do it by tuning into yourself, listening to yourself, trusting yourself. You can heal yourself. Go research. Is Reiki. I don't know. There's all kinds of natural healing methods. Tapping helps release. I mean, it's crazy, but it's effective. It works. Meditation is a beautiful way to center your body, to release the stress. I mean, stress has scientifically been proven to cause how many different illnesses and diseases? And yet, meditation, you've got a solution right there, but it takes work on your part. And it's so much easier to go pop a pill. Run to the institution. Me first, give me the pill, give me the pill. There's your choice. So from my perspective, I think that's what a lot of the, what do they call, New Age, spiritual people are talking about. And definitely I am going down that path. I'm learning more about it, but I'm very rooted in Christianity, and I guess this word bridge keeps coming to my mind, because I can see one of the things I have as a gift as an empath is I see all sides, and it just keeps coming to me to be a bridge. So I don't know. I'm putting this out there, and if this makes sense to people who are more knowledgeable than me, I hope you take it and run with it. Do something fabulous. Um, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've shared about, institutions. Oh, the other thing I was going to say on institutions is education. We don't trust ourselves with what we know because we've been programmed. I mean, seriously, we've been programmed. If you don't have a piece of paper, if you don't have a certification, if you don't have a degree that says you know what you know, well, you don't know it. It's bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit right now. What did they do before formalized schooling? I mean, kids still learned their 1, 2, 3s and their ABCs. They still learned how to read. They still learned how to write. And yes, I do believe that, education does serve a purpose. But is it the only way to prove that you know what you know? No. What happened to apprenticeships? I mean, people used to be an apprentice. Personally, I think hands on learning is much more valuable than memorizing. And frankly, there have been a lot of stories where you can research those too, where the so called kids who memorized was really mommy and daddy going and buying the test scores for them. So, really, what good was that education? But they got that piece of paper, so that piece of paper said they know what they know. We got to get away from this. We need to trust who we are. That's our humanity. Anyways, I think I'm off my soapbox. Okay. Again, what I was trying to say before I got on that tangent. If any of this makes sense, please do share with the appropriate people that are more knowledgeable and maybe their bigger picture view can raise a better awareness. But in the meantime, I hope this has given you some things to think about, some questions to ask, some different perspectives to look at, and I would love to hear your feedback because I just really enjoy um, philosophical conversations where we broaden each other's minds through collaboration, co creation, because that's what we're doing when we share and exchange different perspectives and ideas. Anyways, all right. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good evening. Now maybe I can get a good night's sleep. Take care. Bye, everyone.